coverage you can count on. First Edition starts now.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for News 13 First Edition. I'm Annette Pegler. Well, for a first look at your forecast, we're joined by meteorologist Krista Chang. And Krista, we're still in this heat wave, and the area is in desperate need for some rain, but that doesn't seem to be the case for this weekend, right?
Yeah, Annette, no, unfortunately, we're not expected to see any rain, although we really could use it. That's some good news, though, for any of your outdoor plans that you may have, any barbecues, any beach days, because you're not going to have to dodge any showers, and you won't have to dodge any storms either. This is a live look right now outside North Myrtle Beach, and we are continuing to see all that sunshine, and that sunshine is really just going to stick around from now, and then eventually it will turn mainly clear for the rest of the evening. But again, no rain in our forecast, staying dry on our radar and satellite. Couple of some showers for the western half of the state if you're heading out that way. It's really just closer towards the coast where we are remaining dry. And this is an updated drought monitor. You'll notice we have extended now some of our extreme drought a little bit more inland, and that is meaning that we're just going to consistently be a little bit more dry even for this week. So be mindful of that with any open flames and fireworks that you may have for the 4th of July, because we are extremely dry at the coast. Temperatures right now are in the mid to even some upper 80s. The more inland you go, temperatures already in those mid 90s. So it feels even warmer than what we're seeing right now, especially because heat index values are going to continue to increase as we head into the weekend. We'll get that chance to see some triple-digit heat for actual temperatures on Saturday across the PD, and we'll even see that for our feels like temperatures across the coast and PD. Overnight, though, temperatures back down into those 80s. We'll keep cooling off into temperatures in those 70s, staying dry, but that does mean that we're also going to be seeing a chance for some showers later on for next week. We'll have more on that coming up in just a few minutes.
Krista, thank you. The North Myrtle Beach Fire Department is introducing new technology to not only help with emergency response times, but also to help keep first responders and drivers safe. The Haas alert system currently works with certain navigation apps and specific car models. News 13's Maddie Cottaspati joins us live from North Myrtle Beach. And Maddie, how does this new technology work?
Annette, the technology tracks fire trucks in real time and sends alerts to drivers when an emergency vehicle is approaching or when one is stopped ahead. Now, North Myrtle Beach city officials say the technology has become standard in the newer vehicles made by the manufacturer. When their first new truck arrived 3 years prior, they began using the technology, and monthly reports showed the benefits coming from just one vehicle. According to Haas Alert, the Safety Cloud feature gives drivers up to 30 seconds of warning when an emergency vehicle is approaching or responding to an emergency ahead, giving them enough time to slow down and move over. North Myrtle Beach Fire Rescue Division Chief Michael Huber says that the need for the system became clear due to tourism.
Because it's based off navigation, and summertime in a town like this, most of the people who are in town are running some kind of navigation app or their vehicle's navigation because they're not from the area. So we realized the vast benefit we would get from it to let people know that we're either approaching or that we're on a scene ahead. Maybe they want to go a different way, or please move, slow down, pull over.
Tonight at 6, I'll have more from Huber on how the department hopes to advance the system's use throughout the city. Live in North Myrtle Beach, Maddie Cottaspati, News 13.
On your Thursday Crime Tracker, a judge in Robeson County has denied bond for the woman accused of killing her 18-year-old stepdaughter. 65-year-old Connie Graham faces several charges, including first-degree murder and destroying evidence in the 2015 death of Sarah Graham. Graham, who is the wife of Roland Police Chief Hubert Graham, was arrested last month, along with her two sons, Bobby McClellan and Luke Locklear. Bobby and Luke both face charges of felony conspiracy along with destroying evidence. And you'll hear more from today's bond hearing in a live report from Eric Cooper tonight on News 13 at 5. Well, police in McCall say they are investigating the death of a woman who was killed in a hit and run involving a tractor trailer. The Marlboro County Coroner's Office says this incident happened around 1 yesterday morning. The woman was pronounced dead at Scotland Memorial Hospital in Laurinburg. Police say the incident is being investigated with other agencies, and they are looking for camera footage around the area. The woman's identity has not yet been revealed. A new partnership between the North Charleston Police and Prosperity owners is giving officers another tool to step in before a suspicious situation turns into a crime. Gracie Kirshner has more on how the program works and why police say it could help them stay one step ahead.
You can see right now this pretty big parking lot is pretty empty, but just because there's not a lot of cars around doesn't mean no one is on the property. That's why North Charleston PD is always watching. You can see they have signs up throughout the property saying they have jurisdiction over this area. And with this agreement, they now have more ability to take action if someone is on the property who isn't supposed to be there, even if a property owner or representative isn't around. Through the Agent of Trespass program, property owners are giving the North Charleston Police Department permission to act on their behalf when it comes to trespassing concerns. Officers can approach people on participating properties, ask whether they have permission to be there, and determine if there's a lawful reason for them to remain. If someone refuses to leave after being told to do so or returns after a warning, police say they could face arrest for trespassing after notice. The department says property owners can still request individual trespass warnings without joining the program, but this agreement is meant to provide more support in places like businesses after hours, vacant lots, and wooded areas. Police say another benefit is creating a database of participating properties, giving officers a better idea of where they have the authority to take action while on patrol. Officer Joshua Silva, North Charleston's crime prevention officer, says the goal here is proactivity, identifying potential problems early before they have a chance to become something more serious.
Sometimes the crimes start with trespassing, right? We kind of go after the broken windows theory when it comes to policing. If a building has a broken window and no one tends to it, that can lead to graffiti. The graffiti can lead to trespassing, which can lead to other business or other people kind of showing up that are not supposed to be there, doing very nefarious things. So we want to kind of just attack the nucleus of it, which trespassing can lead to other things. If we can eliminate the trespassing itself, hopefully that can eliminate the vandalism. It can eliminate the burglaries and other criminalities that kind of become a magnet to that area.
And that was Gracie Kirshner reporting. Well, Myrtle Beach's Warbird Park now has a flag disposal box. Life Scout Brady Lord put it together as his Eagle project. A resident of the Market Common requested a flag disposal box. Brady's mother became aware of the request and suggested Brady take the project on. Lord told News 13 what goes into properly retiring a flag.
The best way I know is we fold them to make them look nice, and then we burn them in a ceremonial fire.
And you can find the box on the east side of the roundabout at Warbird Park on Faro Parkway. A local nonprofit providing service dogs to veterans stopped by News 13's The Rundown this morning. Keith Holland of Joint Task Force Canines based out of Myrtle Beach explained the mission of the organization. Take a listen.
We're a faith-based organization, and we feel that God has given us these dogs to just help us through life. We just have to learn how to communicate with them, and if we can work our issues out through the dog, and that's kind of our philosophy, right? It takes your mind off of the negative things that's going on.
And you can watch the full interview on our streaming app, WBTW+, along with 24/7 news, weather, and original content. It's free to download on your Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV.
News 13 on-time traffic, sponsored by Joy Law Firm. Just call Joy.
And to look at your evening commute right now for parts of 501, we are still seeing some light commuter traffic across the area. But if we take a live look at 501 right now, we do see a few cars out there, but it looks like traffic is moving fairly smoothly. Right now, drive times from 501 Carolina Forest to CCU, moving about 9 minutes compared to the normal 5. 17 Farrell Parkway to Glens Bay will take you 13 minutes. 17 Mr. Joe White to 82nd Parkway right now is moving about 17. And a wider look for parts of downtown Florence, you'll notice on South Irby Street, roads are continuing to move smoothly, making drive times right now from 95 TV Road to 76 about 9 minutes. 76 5 Points to Irby will take you 5 minutes compared to the normal 3. And 52 Palmetto to I-95 is moving on time with 8 minutes.
Krista, thank you. The latest jobs report shows a hiring slowdown. June numbers released by U.S. Labor Department today shows that the U.S. economy added just 57,000 jobs. Now that's less than half the number in May. Washington, D.C. correspondent Raquel Martin has the story.
Experts say the June report shows the economy still in a rut as inflation remains at a 3-year high. While the report does show that unemployment is down slightly, it also shows that fewer Americans are working or even looking for jobs. While a heat wave grips the country, new labor statistics show the U.S. job market cooling. U.S. employers added a mere 57,000 jobs last month, according to the Labor Department's June jobs report. Almost half the amount of jobs added in May.
We're in the golden age of America.
Echoing President Trump's remarks Wednesday in North Dakota, the White House says the report reinforces that the American labor market remains solid thanks to President Trump's economic agenda.
And we have more people working today than any time in the history of our country.
They point to job growth in manufacturing, with 3,000 jobs added in June. The report, however, shows declines in retail and hospitality jobs. Restaurants, bars, and hotels cut 61,000 jobs, defying expectations the World Cup would drive up hiring in June. Economists attribute the cooldown to soaring energy costs caused by the ongoing conflict in Iran. Inflation is at a 3-year high, even as gas prices begin to ease.
If we go, several weeks without any new attacks or escalations, the oil market probably will drop more.
This week, the president's new pick to lead the Federal Reserve said he's committed to getting inflation down to 2%.
We're going to deliver price stability in the U.S.,
but did not signal if an interest rate hike was imminent. And that next highly anticipated rate announcement will take place at the end of the month. For now in Washington, Raquel Martin, back to you.
And Saturday marks 1 year since deadly flash floods swept through a girls' summer camp in Texas. The floods quickly inundated Camp Mystic, killing 25 children, 2 counselors, and the camp's executive director. Determined to prevent future tragedies, family members of the victims this week launched a Safe Summers campaign to raise money for safety upgrades at camps and promote safety awareness.
We all began to be driven by understanding the truth. What happened that night? What happened leading up to that night? What happened following that night?
If we sat back and did nothing, and this happened again, for another father, another mother, we would be reliving the pain with them.
State investigators in a scathing report blamed Camp Mystic for leadership for multiple failures, including a lack of written emergency plan, inadequate preparation before the storm, and poor communication. The camp filed for bankruptcy last month. Coming up next on News 13 First Edition, the inspiring story of one young soccer star's return to the field after a life-threatening health battle.
And most of this week has brought us some near normal temperatures. Although it has been very hot, we are only expected to warm up for this weekend. We'll have more on those details coming up after the break.